Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time. This is the return of SimCity. This is the second time I ever check out SimCity. First one being SimCity 3000, and not too long ago either. This is SimCity 4. And we're going to be hearing Epicenter from the channel Dimitri S. and ElectriCITY from SimCity 4 Rush Hour, which I guess is an expansion. And that's from the channel John Video Game Super Turbo. Requested by Wasabi Apple and Alkaline Clockwork. This was a random draw, so congrats to the winners. And the way this works is at the end of this episode, you will see another random draw from my list. Let's get into it. The only thing I remember from SimCity is that it's a city builder, and that's pretty much the extent of my knowledge. And the times I heard the music, it was like way more jazzy than I expected. But we'll see. We'll see how this one's any different. We're starting with Epicenter. 6 minutes. Let's chill out for a bit. Epicenter. It's EA? I don't know that. You know, I never actually knew the exact definition of an epicenter. Yeah, I know what it is. Let's see what the actual definition is. I always thought it was the highlight or center of a city. Oh, this isn't city related at all. What about the Earth? I've always wondered what the music sounds like for these kind of builder type games. Because you're just there thinking for hours, right? That's a mandolin. I'm trying to think. Does this make me feel like being creative, you know? Like, just put me in like homework mode. Maybe. It's calm. I wonder how many there are now. How many SimCities there are. I never knew this was SimCity. I would have thought this is some like cave in Africa or something. Who's the composer? No information here. Let's go to Google. Oh, reversed? That sounded like a reversed flute. What the heck? I don't think it's looped either. It's a computer game. Developed by Maxis, subsidiary of EA. 2003. Oh, there was a SimCity 4 Deluxe Edition, which is the original game and Rush Hour combined. So there was 2 releases for it? Base, expansion, deluxe. Composer Jerry Martin. I think that's who composed SimCity 3000 as well. Let me see. Because I remember being very curious about the composition of 3000 as well. Damn, SimCity music is kind of slaps. Oh, it had Jerry Martin in it. There was way more people though. Dude, I want to show this to someone, not tell them what game it's from, and just see their reaction. Mine's already like flabbergasted that it's a city builder, but that's because I know it's a city builder. Sounds great though. I was looking at the Wikipedia to see if there's any information about, like, is there any, like, nature stuff? But it seems to be all revolved around, like, the metropolis area, so I guess this music is just kind of a little creative mode for your brain, not necessarily the setting. I mean, yeah, I could see the. I could see the. Sitting there and creating. Though, if I heard this blind, I really would have thought this is like some cave. Very, very jungle, you know? SimCity music, huh? I mean, I said what I had to say, basically, but I've never really experienced these games. I've seen it here and there. I don't know how many exist. I don't know if SimCity is like the biggest and main one. I don't know if other developers are taking their crack at it. But I know the genre is pretty big. Well, at least, I think, you know, in general, simulators have become pretty big, right? Like these days, 2024, there's like farming simulator, there's goat simulator, even though I don't even know what that game consists of. I just know it exists. There's Power Wash Simulator, which I played, and that's great. And it's therapeutic, you know? It's like its own kind of thing. There's truck driver there's car mechanic simulator. I've seen PC builder simulators. But my entire childhood, I've always heard of like The Sims, SimCity, and Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think those are like the only ones that existed at the time. Probably not. I just didn't know. But I feel like those three were kind of the main ones. And then later on, people started to simulate other mundane, random things that no one thought would be a game. Because if you think about it, honestly, and I'm not trying to sound like offensive at all, but I think this is such a bold decision, and like I'm trying to think of it like investment wise. I feel like pitching this idea on paper would be so difficult of any kind of simulator, but especially like back then. Yeah, so you know, especially I don't know when SimCity came out, but I'd have to imagine it was at least, I'm gonna guess sometime in the 90s, maybe late 80s. I'm gonna guess the 90s. And either way, we were talking like Nintendo, Sega, Sony, PlayStation, Nintendo 64, dominating the market. And those are just like, you know, traditional games. And I feel like someone throwing the idea of like, let's just tone all that down. You're not a character anymore. You're not, you know, you're just building a city. I know it's more, there's more layers to that, you know. I know these games are really respected and everything. And they do look fun. They look like ultimate time wasters in a good way, but I'm just saying like the idea must have been so hard to pitch. And I feel like this opened the doors. These games open the doors for what we have now. Well, now we have a bunch of simulators. I can just type in simulator to Steam and probably like 30, 40 different games. But yeah, the whole time I was just trying to imagine, can I be in this creative mind state while hearing this? And this one's a little different than your typical reaction because, well, sort of. I like to think outside of the box while I hear songs in video games because I like to imagine it sometimes a little bit as if I didn't know any information, which is always impossible. It's like I'm kind of forcing my way to think that way, even though I can't. I always know what game I'm hearing, and I always know the song title. That's been like that since day one. I cannot avoid that. I know what's coming to me. There's never been a blind reaction. Although that'd be fun. I don't even know how I would do that. You know what I mean? I don't even know how I would set that up. Maybe I just gave myself a new idea, a new series. But what I'm saying is like I always know something. So I by default you kind of form an idea in your head. So what I'm saying is like if I did not know anything, I would never would have thought city builder or any kind of simulation game at all, or any sort of creative thing. To me, it sounds like I'm just going through a jungle. The flutes, the hand percussion, So for me, it's like I know what's going on. Well, kind of know what's going on, and I have to try to imagine it that way. I'm trying to imagine, getting into a creative mode and placing this road here and connecting it to this stoplight here and creating, the economy and all that, Sounds fun. I don't know. Oh yeah, and there's flight simulators too. Damn. Anyways, that was great. Everything I've heard from SimCity has been pretty damn good, because I feel like if you think about it, since they have so much freedom with the gameplay, I feel like the music is just kind of like whatever, like do whatever they want. Not in a sloppy way, but like genre-wise, I don't think it matters. So far, I've heard, I guess, 3 songs from the series, and I'm about to hear the 4th right now. And I would just never think those are simulator games. So, yeah, video game music is cool. This next one is called, this is from the expansion Rush Hour, which I'm not sure which that includes, but please let me know if you know. And this one has a pun, or a play on words, ElectriCITY. This is the one that actually was chosen on the random draw. Oh, composer, the Humble Brothers. Okay. All right, let's listen to SimCity 4 Rush Hour ElectriCITY. Trying to make, you know what? I'm gonna empty my brain. I don't want to make any guesses. I don't make anything. Nothing. I have nothing in my head right now. Let's just go. Blank slate. Okay, I really like Sims music because they don't give an F about this is rad. If you told me in a million years I'd be putting on some cool ass sunglasses to hear Sims music, SimCity music. Now I'm interested in the Sims. Now I'm interested in all these other simulators. I would have called you crazy. Well, that sounds so... I was going to say 99, 98, but then I remember the year. What do you guys think? Do you feel like building a city? Do you feel like building some sewage pipelines and... Is that a sandwich? What is that? What is this right here in the thumbnail? It looks like a floating sandwich. Am I just hungry? I don't know if it looks looks like a floating challenge. Dude. Guitar? I definitely want to show this to people and be like, guess what the game this is from? I will give you $1 billion if you guess what song this is from, or even what kind of genre it's from. Everyone will get it wrong. And now you guys got me thinking of like a sub-series on this channel. Completely blind reacts. That'd be fun. Use my guessing power. Again, the flutes. What? What a great beat. Like the snare sounds so good. Snappy. This reminds me of a song. Oh, I don't know if I can think about it in time. Ooh, I don't know if I'll find it in time, but I'll try. Not all of it reminds me of it, just that intro, like with the vocal part being cut up, it reminds me of it a little bit. This is sick, dude. It's just good music, you know? Actually, question, is The Sims related at all to SimCity? Or do they just have the same first 3 letters? I wonder if one of them is like a sub-series of the other, or if they're just completely different. Wow. More reverse stuff. Let me hear the intro again, because the intro was reminding me of something. Hold on. I think it was the intro. There's a little the vocal part. Yeah, this. Okay, hold on. I think it's this song. I'll find it. I know what song it is, but I can't think of the title. Anyways. SimCity. 4 for 4. It's doing really well. Wendy style. Wait, dude, what? So if I remember anything at all from the SimCity 3000 video I did, which wasn't that long ago, I want to say, this is a guess, but I want to say it was like based around New York. So it had a little bit of a Broadway sound, but it also was jazzy, like old jazzy sounds. I think like 1940s maybe. But there was a vibe to it. There was a very New York vibe, and it seemed like the cover art was also New York, or at least New York inspired, like their own New York kind of thing. Whereas this one, oh, maybe that's what it is. Is that what's going on? Are these based on locations? And is this supposed to be SF? Maybe. Okay. Because I wasn't really looking at the art or anything, but now it's kind of, if I had to take a guess, when I think of that, that looks like the Bay Bridge from Oakland, San Francisco. And, you know, the cityscape looks like San Francisco. So, and maybe the music is more, you know, you guys got me all so curious on SimCity now. I keep wanting to see The Sims, but, So, SimCity players. Is the soundtrack varied based on per game, or is it varied within the game? At the moment, what I'm leaning towards is like each game has their own kind of theming, and then it just kind of sticks with that. So 4 is going to be like very electronic, give or take. SimCity 3000 was actually, now that I think about it, what the hell was 3000? I think I asked that before. I have to go look at those comments because I don't know if 3000 was relating to the year or something. So maybe it was actually a future New York. I don't know. I know nothing of the SimCity series, but at least ideas are starting to form in my head now. Either way, dude, the music. No one told me the music was like this sick. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not even saying this to be rude or anything. I don't think anyone would suspect the music from this game is good. And I'm just being honest. I don't think. I mean, there's no reason why I would or wouldn't. I just don't think people normally would guess that this comes from this. And that's awesome. To me, that's awesome. That's some of my favorite stuff in the world, is that underdog thing, that reaction people would get. I guess like this, you know, like I would love to personally see someone's face light up when I'm like, this is from The Sims, or The Sims 84. I keep saying it, sorry. You know, I think that would be so special and funny because it just shows you like the power of the music. It doesn't matter where it's from, but SimCity players have probably been going their whole life preaching this soundtrack and the game probably, and were either ridiculed or not taken seriously or converted people. You know what I mean? So I'm feeling this energy through the screen right now that people that grew up with these games are feeling so validated. Like, oh my God, someone on YouTube or someone else in the world has noticed us. Something like that. But I don't know. I don't want to assume. Maybe I'm known for being kind of like living under a rock. So maybe I'm just late and everybody knows this stuff. These games have been around for years, so who knows? But I know for sure this genre isn't for everybody. You know, I know these games do well enough, but I don't know how well, you know. I think if I had to guess, they just do well enough for a company to be like, yeah, let's keep it going. But honestly, I don't know. Maybe I've just really underestimated this entire genre, series, everything. Now I'm really interested in what The Sims sound like. Now I'm interested in what the Roller Coaster Tycoon games sound like. I'm interested in all that now. It's amazing what music can do. This, I'll say this right now. This, it's songs and videos like this that make this whole idea that I had 3 years ago of me listening to video game music worth it, and why I do it. Stuff like this. This unsuspecting, what's out there, you know, me on this journey of finding out what's out there in video game music. It's for videos like this. Bless the random wheel. We must move on to the next random one. So that, like I said, that one was a random draw, so now we have to do it again. So let's go. Damn, dude. That was great. Both of those were great. Let me know whatever you want on those. The next winner is Shadow Hearts from the New World, Dead Fingers Talk. Shadow Hearts? Gonna be honest, I don't know if I've done that. Sounds kind of familiar. But either way, cool. Shadow Hearts from the New World, Dead Fingers Talk. Okay, well, I'm gonna listen to this again. Oh, do I want to Let me pull this up. I'm way too curious. Don't mind me. I'm just pulling out my playlist of Spotify. What is that song, dude? It's driving me nuts. Give me 10 seconds. Or I could just cut this. I'll be right back. You know, it's funny. I'm already back. As soon as I said I'll be right back, I found it in like 3 seconds. So even though I made a cut, it's gonna look like I did nothing. Or I could probably just leave it in. It's Suleiman, one of my favorite songs from Infected Mushroom. I'll show you 2 seconds of it because of copyright. But if you listen to Suleiman, it sounds like the ElectriCITY. Yeah, that song is so freaking good. Trust me, listen to that song. Okay, woo! Thank you, Wasabi Apple and Alkaline Clockwork. Thank you to all my patrons here. I couldn't be without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Video game music is incredible. Take it easy.